Hey y'all, it's AJ.
Hey, I'm Tenilej.
And Andy. And we are
Surviving Adulthood.
So sit back, take notes, and listen to our relatable stories of how we navigate through the Bay Area to achieve entrepreneurship.
Boom.
Good. Yes.
Happy New Year.
Right, Happy New Year. Yes. So for those that are seeing the actual video, we have a guest here, but I'm not going to introduce him just yet. I kind of want to talk to you guys about how are we feeling about the new year? Because we had a lot going on. There's been deaths and stuff. You know what I mean, Andy?
Yeah, so recently on New Year's Eve, someone that I knew, RBC, you guys also know him as Brian, was killed in Atlanta, but he is from Richmond, and that made me think about how are we living our dash.
Yes.
And basically that means how are you living your life and what will people remember you by.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, man, that was messed up.
Man,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah, it was real messed up.
It was crazy, but that's why we're here today. We brought a special guest on. I'm gonna let you introduce him to Neil.
Okay, so today's guest is an Oakland native. At the tender age of 12, he began his career as a conscious hip-hop artist at Silence of Violence, Turf Unity music program, as well as produced music projects, facilitated graphic design workshops, and organized music performances.
Hey.
Also, boom, 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 this is a big one. His career changed forever in 2018 when he co-founded Barbecuing While Black.
Yes.
Wow, we all know that.
You been
okay?
there.
Okay. I even heard the Breakfast Club talking about
Okay.
that. Okay. And I said, which garnered international press for the massive turnout and positive message that the event sent and continues to send.
Absolutely.
So let's give a warm welcome.
Yay!
All right.
Happy to be here.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And so, what are some memories, some great memories that you have while growing up in the Bay Area?
Wow. Growing up in Oakland in the 90s and early 2000s was a real, it's a different experience that I know the kids are getting today. So I remember
Facts.
being a rapper, telling my mom I got performances, but I'm really going to a party.
Right.
Because I knew I could get out the house. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, my group got a performance. Like, oh yeah, go ahead, whatever.
Yeah, right.
I'm at the candy shop.
Right.
So that was, and then it wasn't a candy shop unless it got shot up at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that sounds really bad.
That's so sad.
But that's like a stamp.
It was like
Yeah.
the stamp, you knew the party was over.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I
part of me feel like the promoter did that on purpose.
Okay.
Or maybe just guys was out there because it was hyphy then.
Yeah.
But just the whole hyphy movement, even though it was a lot of negative in that, it was a lot of positive, beautiful elements that came out of that era. More togetherness. As far as people working together, as far as the more of the community based stuff. I won't say I was sheltered to say the least, but I was a nerd when I was a kid. So
It's
really
good to be a nerd.
no, I tell my nephews that all the time, dude,
Yeah.
it's great to be a nerd.
Right. Do something different.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but but it wasn't until I became 12 years old and met a lot of my lifelong friends, and these guys had different backgrounds, much different backgrounds than I, even though we all grew up in these impoverished communities, when I look back, it's my life wasn't half as bad as some of theirs. Some of these guys was homeless for real, pre-gentrification.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had my own room.
Right.
It's
It's probably because maybe your home life.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother did an amazing job. She was tough on all of us, as usual. When I was a kid, man, why you don't never let me do that? But now, as an adult with a 14-year-old child, my daughter's a nerd, so I don't have to worry about that. But as an adult with a child, I understand why
Where your mother was coming from.
Yeah, as far as
because it's
not
still
cool.
the world.
And realistically, my mom worked at night, so I really could have snuck out the house and did whatever I
Right.
wanted to do, but I really had no desire to like get involved with the atrocities of the surrounding community.
Right.
I mean, I really just wanted, at the time, there was a time in my life I just wanted to rap. I didn't want to go to school. Like, I didn't want to do none of that. Like, I hated going to school. I mean, I ended up graduating with a 3.0,
Right.
but
Okay,
but it was a time when I was in high school, like, I just wanted to write raps, sell my CDs on the street,
Right.
and
Do nothing.
that's what I thought my future was
Right.
at that time. But there was a lot of people, a lot of mentors that said, like, yo, the world is bigger than selling your CDs on Telegraph for $5. Like, and so over time, like, these mentors, like, when I was in a group, you know, unfortunately, out of the four of us, three of them ended up, you know, kind of falling into some of the atrocities of stuff that happens. So one went to jail for murder, alcoholism, drugs.
Right.
And I was just the one where it was like, I didn't do none of that stuff.
Right.
So,
Right.
like,
Right.
I mean, I
It's like
smoked
a
weed when I was a
reality check.
teenager,
Right.
but like, it wasn't like, I mean, it
He
wasn't like,
wasn't out there
Yeah,
like
he
that.
wasn't.
but it was more so I only did that with my friends.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, and my older brother used to always tell me, and I never understood it until I got grown. He was like, those people are not always going to be your friends. Not in the sense of like, they're going to wrong you. It's just
Right.
a
They
sense
won't
of
be
like,
available.
they won't. Yeah, or they just, or you,
Yeah.
or like, it's
Or
one
whatever.
thing that you really got a future going for yourself.
Mhm.
And like sometimes these particular guys, they might not have the future, or they don't see it yet, so they're
Right.
doing these different things.
Right.
And it wasn't until I got grown, and like I said, you know, I witnessed, you know, some of my friends doing drugs in front of me. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm not doing that.
Right.
And it's no love loss. It's just
Right.
that I can't indulge in that.
Feel you on that one.
Question for you, because that's hard for people to do.
Yeah.
So like, what was it within you, or what kind of made you feel like you could be like no, and it was still gonna be good?
I mean, I grew up around crackheads.
Mhm.
Right.
I mean, you grew up with you see
Yeah.
crackheads all it's like, so you knew that subconsciously, maybe I knew the end, what could be the end result
Right.
of what drugs can do. And some of the guys that I was around, they've gotten clean from drugs and they're doing
Right.
really well.
Mhm.
But on the other side of it, it was like it was nothing that I seen in my household. Like my mom didn't do drugs, my
Right.
dad didn't do drugs. Like my mom and dad don't even drink alcohol. They don't go to the club. Well, they're older now, but,
Right.
Right.
but even like back then, like my mom and my dad plays concerts, things. That's what they did for
Right.
fun.
Right.
That was that generation too. Like,
Culture.
oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna go to this concert.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
for me, you know, my mom, my dad took me to my first concert, which is a summer jam when you can go, when it was cool to be on the line, take some food.
Yeah.
You know, both my parents took me to my first arena concert,
Okay.
which will remain nameless for a few reasons, but just because of who it was.
Yeah.
But you know, the truth of the matter is, as I grew up, you know, that was when I'm like, I like traditionally, like I throw parties here and there. I don't really like clubs though, like,
Mhm.
because a lot of times it's more so I don't really like a lot of the music.
Mhm.
Also, I don't like being around inebriated people
Mhm.
where they get really drunk. And then, you
Yeah.
know, for me, like you see a guy like grabbing on a girl, you want to go do something.
Right.
And now
then you
it's-
put yourself in harm's way.
Exactly.
Right,
Like we
right.
actually do a party, myself and my brother, we do a party with some exotic dancers. And the party went fine.
Mhm.
But like I seen the guys, some of the guys that got drunk and they grabbing on the way. And I'm like, so me and security, like, hey, like,
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're in a situation.
Yeah.
yeah, so me as the
Right.
promoter, but I'm like, you know, security's about 3 times bigger than me.
Right.
But I'm like, hey, brother, you gotta.
Right.
And so once we cleared the situation, I asked the young ladies, I'm like, is it like this every night? And they was like, sometimes it's worse.
Oh my god.
And for me, I'm like, wow. Like, not just because of the inebriation, but some guys, they feel entitled. They
Yeah,
throwing you
exactly,
money, like, you
yeah.
gonna do whatever, and it's like, dude,
That's not the case.
she's being paid to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, so I say all that to say, but to answer your question, it just never was something that I like to do. Like, it's never, like I couldn't think of like snorting cocaine up my nose. Like, at most,
That's what I say too.
Yeah,
That's what I say
like
too.
the
Like,
fear. Like,
Yeah,
I would just think that would
potentially
hurt, so I
be-
could never do it.
on the streets.
Hello?
Exactly. I mean, like I said,
people,
you know,
I couldn't even
like,
think
I'm
that far. Like,
cool,
that
I'm
like that
scared.
hurts.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, like smoking
It
weed,
might
it
be
was
that
kind of.
one time.
But the truth of the matter is, one of the reasons why I smoked weed when I was a teenager, there's a rapper like my friends like, you'll be able to write better music and write quicker. I would smoke weed and go to sleep and couldn't think of anything. And so I was like, yeah, this is not for me. So, you know, for my friends, it worked.
Right.
But for me, it was, like I said, it wasn't my thing. I said, hey, have at it, my brothers.
Right.
You know. And then also too with doing the silence of violence thing as I got older, because I was involved with that when I was really young. But then as you transition into adulthood, now you're the mentor and you're not the mentee.
Yes.
So I had to set the example for the young people. And I mean, I know most of the kids I was working with was smoking weed and probably doing other stuff.
Yeah.
And I wasn't telling them, don't smoke weed, it's bad.
It's bad for you.
But I just wanted to kind of set the example of like just kind of show it and doing it, as opposed to like trying to chastise a kid about, because the truth of the matter is that some of these kids are dealing with real issues.
Right.
And I would rather these kids smoke weed than snort coke or be out like taking meth and Molly and harming people.
To kind of cope with something.
Exactly. You know, I mean, like I said, I'm not encouraging you, but I'm saying if we got a list of drugs on the list, I mean, marijuana is probably the least, least like, okay, because most times you can like, I'm high, I just want to sit here.
Should be
and
lazy.
and be lazy and eat. I mean, being lazy is bad.
But like you said, on the spectrum of things.
I mean, I'd rather a kid smoke weed and do meth.
Yeah. Like it's a way of like zoning out.
Exactly. I mean, what I try to encourage is therapy.
Yeah.
But I mean, therapy ain't for everybody.
Right.
Therapy, you can't make somebody go.
Right. You have to be ready.
You have to be ready. And
to be
I'm saying that speaking for myself, because for
Right.
years, I wasn't ready to do that.
Yeah.
And then finally one day I just kind of fell into it. Which is cool. And I really like going. So.
And
I want to elaborate
I want to get back to that. But you mentioned some things that I thought was pretty cool, like your rap career.
Yes.
Can you expand on that and kind of like talk us through, because everybody doesn't know like how the different projects that you were on?
So it was a time I thought I was gonna be a famous rapper.
Okay.
I thought that I was gonna have all the things that rappers have. And you know, honestly, I never really liked jewelry.
Really?
I mean, like I wear like something like you got like a little small something.
Yeah.
Or maybe with my name, but like all the rap with the big like.
I mean, because you don't have a house. What are you doing?
Yeah, like E40 said, don't buy $80,000 car before you buy a house.
Right.
I mean, this is like simple mathematics. So, so we started. So in 2006. We started Silence of Violence, and we started in 2007. We started Turf Unity, and the Silence of Violence project was really us as young folks going into communities, impoverished communities, dangerous communities, and really trying to talk to people about sorting out their issues without resulting to violence. And we even been in some situations where cats is really finna like shoot each other.
Yeah.
And literally, it was some of the older folks who were like, dude, you really want to throw your life away for a dice game?
Right.
Yeah.
You
trying to help them make sense of everything.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
sometimes people don't have that thinking, process where
because
they even
because they've been encouraged to fight.
Yeah.
I remember one time, and then I don't want to go too awkward because I don't want to answer your question, but we did this big Silence to Violence event. Some kids playing basketball, they get into an argument, and we're like right around the corner from Acorn. So we're at Defirmary Park, and we're like, oh, I'm gonna go get my brother gonna something. We was like, whoa.
Right.
We pulled him to the side, and we was like, look. We don't necessarily encourage violence, but if y'all really this angry, y'all gonna fight.
Fight it out.
And y'all gonna fight. Y'all gonna take your butts back. Go play basketball. We let them go about 2 or 3 rounds. All right, it's over with. Go play basketball.
Get out your system.
Because that's what it is. It's like just get it out of your system. Because now you're not even thinking about like, oh, I just said I was gonna shoot this kid.
Which is so extreme.
But the Turf Unity project, that was basically, at that time in the hyphy movement, like, it was heavy. Like, in certain, you couldn't go to certain areas of East Oakland and be from West Oakland and be from North Oakland. You couldn't go to certain areas in West Oakland, like, and vice versa. So it was a way for us to bring everybody, whether it be Oakland, Richmond, Vallejo, wherever. We're actually talking about doing maybe like a Turf Unity next generation. We just have to figure out, because us as now we're the older guys. Like, now we're going to a bunch of old rappers like trying to stop the violence. But
OG's like that movie too. That reminds me of the movie OG.
Yeah, So yeah, so it was basically so we would take a weekend
Mm-hmm.
and we got like funding where they feed us and all that
Right.
stuff, and literally for like 8 hours a day we just recorded music.
Mm-hmm.
And we would do like 100 songs in a weekend.
That is great.
And we would have like people like Mr. Fab,
Yeah.
Filthy Rich, Mac Mall. There's some other people I can't remember at this time,
Mm-hmm.
but these are people that would come and
That's good.
we would pay them, or they sometimes they would donate their time and they
Right,
would come do a
that's good.
verses or whatever. Because to us back then, like I mean, Fab is somebody that I can go to
Right.
to the dope area. Like, what's up,
Yeah.
bro? But
Right.
back then, he was Mr. Fab.
Right,
Oh my God, he's
right.
a star.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you built that relationship.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, it was a time where I would go see a performer like, yo, it's just like if you go see Drake now, like,
Right.
yo, like,
Right.
that's Mr. Fab.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of scared to go talk to him,
Yeah.
Right.
or at least for myself.
Yeah.
Like, but I remember once he bought one of my CDs too. He probably never listened to it.
But just yeah,
But he
exactly.
purchased.
But he purchased
Yeah.
one, but he did, and
Right.
that was lunch money for the day. Thanks, Fab.
Right.
But anyway, so Turkey Unity, we would do a bunch of songs, and we would do like these focus groups to figure out what songs were best songs in the album, and then the songs that didn't make it, we would always let all these offshoot compilations. We were selling our music on the street, so
Right.
and we had the CD burners, the whole
Yeah.
nine, so we was able to.
The whole system,
But
the
I mean, the
whole
homies,
process.
we would go to Office
Y'all
Depot,
know,
get
right.
the 200 pack of CDs for
Yeah.
$25.
Yeah.
Burn, make our own.
Yeah.
And this prior to me being a graphic designer, we would make our own. I didn't even think about it as being a graphic designer.
Right.
We would make covers. We would just go on the corner.
Right.
We know.
Yeah.
I still remember our sales pitch and everything. You know,
Wow.
like,
Can you say it?
Yeah, can you
Look,
remember
yeah.
that?
so our sales pitch was like, how you doing? I know you're ready, willing, and able. If you're not ready and willing, I know that you might be able. If you're not able, I know you're ready and willing. We
Right.
got the no misogyny of women, no cussing, no. I don't remember it fully verbatim,
Right.
but it's like it's not about this. We're not degrading women. We're not. That's where I learned what misogynistic meant. Like selling seeds, I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
My homie said it one day, and I was like, "What does that mean?" So that means we're not disrespecting women. I'm using that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and so a lot of times people will buy music
Guerrilla
because
marketing.
I've had
Right.
people tell me,
I like
I'm
that.
only buying this. I don't listen to rap. I don't listen to gospel, but I'm buying it because you out here, you ain't selling dope.
Right.
You out here
Period.
That's
for
good,
this
yeah.
record store trying to sell something positive.
Right.
We used to go door to door selling CDs in these
See.
white neighborhoods. And now, mind you, think about being a white lady or a white man.
Right.
You got 5 black teenagers on your doorstep.
I'm calling the police.
I'm calling the police,
I'm
right?
black. I'm black.
They open, they cracking the door open like, hey, how can I help you?
I'm doing that. I'm doing
Like,
that now.
and so those things, you don't got to stop and look at the wholesale pitch. And I remember one time, this lady, she gave my homie $20 for a CD. Because it was, we would say slides go $5,
Right.
whatever you want
Okay.
to donate.
Okay.
And so the deal with our agreement was, let the other person get the money
Right.
before you go and try to sell yours.
Yeah.
Right.
So I said, I'm like, Sarah put the money in the hand. I was like, oh, and I also got boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
The white lady opened my hand, put something in my hand, closed it.
Mm.
Okay, I'm thinking like $10.
Yeah.
Right.
So she walks off with her dog or whatever, and I'm like, man, it's $50.
I would have fell out.
And I'm like, yo, that lady gave me $50.
Right.
I was like, this is swear. I was like, yeah, look. I'm like,
Right.
What?
And
We
that's
gotta support our people
Yeah.
like that.
And but this is when I knew there was power, and she probably never listened to the CD.
Right.
Right.
But I knew it was power in the hustle.
Yeah.
And I knew that at some point I had to make a transition from being a hustler to an entrepreneur, or just basically combining the two. You're like a Jay-Z.
Right.
You know, he's a hustler, but he's an entrepreneur.
Right.
And then I still do that kind of music sometimes. So I'm working on an album called Inner City Blues.
Okay.
Which is basically like, so we're tackling prostitution, we're tackling what, gentrification,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
and this is like a solo project I'm doing, and I'm
Right.
taking my time with it because I really want it to be right. I have a song called Tiana on there where it's telling the story. It's actually derived from a real situation.
Okay.
A student that I had last year, she unfortunately became a victim of prostitution.
Mhm.
And the whole song is not about her, but
Right.
that was the catalyst to make me write the song. And the irony of it is like a sugar-free sample.
Right.
So like,
Hey,
no, because at first, like, when I got the record, it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do like this, like Lil Wayne alphabet.
Right.
And then I was
Yeah,
like, well, you know, I don't really want to degrade women like
Right.
that, and I don't want the women to be mad. And so I was like, so I sat on it for a while, and then I was like, you know, I'm gonna do something positive with
Right.
this
That's
and
big.
and figure it out. But as I got older, you know, I turned 18, you know, girls, and now I want to do songs about girls.
Right.
And so now, mind you, I'm in this revolutionary hip hop group. They used to call us the hyphy revolutionaries. The people used to call us hyphy revolutionary because we would be so turned up on stage, but doing this like fight the power public
Right.
So,
It was scary people.
and we were opening up to people like Dead Prez,
Right.
Oh yeah. That's dope.
Mr. Fab, of course. We opened up for Curtis Blow one time.
Okay.
Hey.
I can't remember everybody off the top of my head, but like we, you know, if we had been cleaned up a little bit, we really probably could have been.
How did y'all
superstars.
do that? What opened the door for that? Was that just your hustle?
Well, to make money at that time, yes. This is before like t-shirts, the whole
I feel
line.
like that was
like
a big
reached out
thing
to the
back then too. I
manager?
feel
Yeah.
like it was,
I mean, I put it
certain
to you
groups
like
of people
this,
able to make money in music
but
like
I
that.
put it to you like this: on a ground level, nobody sold more CDs than us, and I'm willing to debate that.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
We like to say we went ghetto platinum because like if it wasn't like my core group, we had offsprings of people everywhere selling the music.
A network of people.
A network of people selling, and they would be able to keep all the money.
Yeah.
So with that, do you feel like there was ever a disadvantage being a rapper, or like do you feel like that was an advantage because you just said, you know?
I mean,
ghetto
you know,
platinum?
back then, you know, I should have taken a little bit of the money,
Well,
but
like, thank you.
you know,
Well, a percentage, right?
yeah, percent. I mean, because back then I didn't know,
Right.
but you know, we're going ghetto. I mean, for us, it was just more so like it was a bragging right,
Yeah.
because people like till this day. Like, man, I remember we used to be on selling them. See, I had longer hair then, nappy fro, that braid, like, and he's like, man, I remember, like, y'all was out there doing it. And then when I started my clothing brand, it was like, man, you went from selling $5 CDs to $50 hoodies. And I thought about it, I was like, you're right.
Right. So you've always had that entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah, like, honestly, it was my father.
Right.
You know, as a kid, Dad, can I have $5, Dad? So my dad was like, one day, my dad was a retired longshoreman. And so, you know, they go to the hall in San Francisco and say, you know what? I'm going to show you how to make your own money. We went to Smart and Final. He bought me like a $14 box of M&M's or something. It's like 24 in a box. He said, now you're going to go around all the stores and try selling for $1 a piece.
Right.
And ever since then, I've been hooked.
Right.
Oh, wow.
But even going further,
So easy.
but going even further back to that, when I was like maybe 5 or 6, we used to go to the little liquor store. You know, we'd have like $2 or whatever. And we would go door to door trying to sell the stuff. And at the time, I didn't know that was entrepreneurship.
Right.
But it
laid down
we
the
would do
groundwork
it.
for you.
Yeah, but we would do it to make more money to go back to the store and have a candy party.
Yeah.
Or a junk food
Pop
party.
it. Right.
So for ourselves. So
Oh,
you know, but like I said, I first got the grasp of it. My dad basically planned that, and like I said, since then I really haven't looked back as far as entrepreneurship.
Right.
But to also finish up your question, thank you. To finish up your question, as far as when I turned about like 17, when I was kind of turning 18, you know, like I said, you know, girls, you know, I wanted to make songs about girls, make secular music. And so I would try to get my girl like, man, we getting older, like it's cool to do the stop the and stuff, but like, yo, like we ain't sitting around where we got girls, and we got and this hyping like, and like so it was like, man, that ain't really our lane.
Right.
And then I brought some music to the studio, and then we made this song called "Move Around," which was supposed to be like our hyphy song. I listened to it for the first time like 10 years the other day, and I was just like,
Was that true? We wrote this. You gonna have to like.
it wasn't really trash.
Okay.
It wasn't really trash.
Okay, let's
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't really
We'll
trash,
insert it right there.
but compared to like what I'm doing now, like it definitely.
Like,
But then also, like I said, you know, I started making love songs, and
But you tried.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I tried, and I started making secular, and then that was just more of the lane that I wanted to go in
Yeah.
for the ladies, and then I cut my hair too, so then I thought I was big stuff.
So I cleaned it up.
Yeah, when I got the fresh fade, I was like, it's on. Because when I was in high school, most of the girls that I liked didn't want to talk to me.
Right.
So then when I cut my hair, all of a sudden, magically, now they want to talk to me.
Right.
I made like a little cute little love
It
song.
was like, I was waiting for you to do this.
Yeah, I was waiting to cut your hair. Check this. And but it was all, and you know, I got a little cocky, because I started getting the attention that I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, then after that, like I kind of like would take breaks from music after I started the role playing and stuff like that. But now I don't have a desire to be a rap star. I just want to make records, and now I'm doing songwriting for other artists and managing other artists, and that's what I like to do. I like to be able to create this content of like, I'll give you an example. I'm working with an artist, and she has good R&B music. I'm like, yo, like I see you trying to go to K Michelle and Mary J. Blige vibe. I said, I can give that to you.
Right.
I grew up listening. My mom has a plethora of R&B music.
Right.
That's
And my godmother, like in the 90s, it was
Mhm.
60s, 70s, 80s music. So that's how I learned about the Tina Marie's,
Right,
and
yeah.
Rick James, and
Yeah.
the Temptations, and I
Right.
learned, and that's usually what I listen. I like to listen to the older stuff. I like some of the new stuff.
Yeah.
I like Summer Walker and people like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like I said, I learned a lot from a person who remained nameless.
Right.
And that's where I learned my songwriting craft.
Right.
And it sucks, but it's the truth.
Right.
And I tell people that all the time. Like, although I can't agree with that,
Right.
I can't negate the fact that this is where I learned a lot
Right.
of what I know now as far as my songwriting. So I say all that to say, with the young lady, I'm like, I said, I can pull out what you're trying to do. Like, you're
Right.
kind of doing more of the hood R&B kind of thing. I said, no, if you want to go Mary J. Blige, you want to go K. Michelle, you want to, like, we
Right.
can do that.
Right.
Right.
Because, I mean, obviously over the years as a man, you
Mhm.
put women through stuff sometimes. It ain't right, but,
Mhm.
you do it.
Right.
And so now you have, like, I can take personal experience of things that I may have put women through,
Mhm.
and basically writing in these songs
Right.
to kind of capture what a woman might be
So
feeling.
you know how to know the artist.
Look.
Exactly.
Like artist development.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's more so what I'm,
Yeah.
and that's lacking in music. Like nowadays with the internet, like
Mhm.
it's got a hit record, you got a million hits on we finna sign it.
Yeah.
Okay, but this artist needs
Everything.
Yeah. everything.
artists
Yeah.
of everything. You just don't have a bunch of money to be acclaimed.
Yeah.
Basically.
And-
So what I'm hearing from everything that you're saying is you created your own blueprint. Like you weren't afraid to go out and knock on doors. You weren't afraid to get told no. I'm really trying to get to the nitty gritty, and I want to transition into your work with Barbecue and While Black. How in the world, and you don't even have to elaborate on all the details, but somebody that wants to be an entrepreneur, somebody that wants to continue to endure all the no's, what kind of, like, what did you do? Like, I know it's no secret sauce,
Right.
but like, what would you do? Like, how?
Okay, so I gotta give you the whole backstory of Barbecue and While Black because, like, okay, so obviously you guys know about the brothers who were basically verbally attacked.
Yes.
Kenzie is a friend of mine.
Mhm.
I knew him already. So before the thing even went viral, I got word like this had happened, and the thing was going on tomorrow, and it's probably gonna go viral. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like he didn't tell me, so yeah, okay, whatever. Like,
Right.
and when it went viral, I'm like, whoa, like I seen, and honestly talking to him, like it was even worse than what people saw.
Right.
Because obviously it went on for like 3.5 hours. And
Yeah.
everybody only saw like 26 minutes.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
and when,
I
like,
like
I like the gritty details. Like that lady was.
She was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She's real touched.
Yeah.
Like you even see the thing where the cop was laughing when she's like, if you got a white cop laughing at you,
Yeah.
like,
And you
know
know
something
elaborate.
is wrong.
Yeah.
so
like,
so my partner Logan, on Barbie, she's a friend of mine. We've known each other through like 7th grade or something.
Mhm.
And she just called me and was like, yo, I just want to do something to stand in solidarity with the brothers. And it wasn't supposed to be what it became. It was
Right.
literally like 10 people, we go out and barbecue to like we standing in solidarity.
Mhm.
Me being a graphic designer, I just made something that said barbecue and While Black.
Right.
I think she said I want to call it barbecue and While
Mhm.
Black. I just made something literally black background with some
Right.
words.
Right.
About an hour later, it had like 250 shares. I was
Mhm.
like, this might be something. I made a
Right.
refire with the lady picture on it.
Right.
And people laughed and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
10 people ain't gonna show up, AK. 100 people might show up.
Right.
Right.
500 people might show up.
Mhm.
4,000 people showed up.
yeah.
Wow.
At the lake.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about it wasn't one fight,
Right.
not one argument,
Yep.
Mhm.
nothing.
I
And,
love to see how we could all coexist.
Can we?
Yeah.
And it's no.
and we pissed
you
off
know,
a lot of people
I'm
I
sure
bet.
they probably
Who
was like
live around the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Man.
and so like, but this is also when I learned about the proper steps. I didn't know you had to rent the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do
you
it.
do.
Like if it's 50
Yeah.
people, you
Yeah.
have to like pay like
Oh.
a rental fee.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so they let it slide. They was
Right.
like, look, we know it was organic because we do 510 day as well.
Right.
Mhm.
And so it literally came together like this. So within
Mhm.
10 days of 510 day, Barbecue While Black was like that following Sunday.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
And so they was like, we're going to let you slide this time.
Right.
But
But
you
next
wouldn't.
time we need
The next time we get our money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, it was a frustrating process to
Right.
say the least because you're learning how much all this stuff costs.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
we did the fundraiser for about 10 grand.
Mhm.
And people were like, you know, black folks who don't have the knowledge that now we have.
Yes.
It's like, why we gotta do this? We should just go out.
Help us.
Yeah.
But it's like, look,
It's
we
not
just
free.
this is a revolutionary. They should do that for free. And I'm like, look, I don't want. I said,
We're not the powers that
would you
be,
rather have us do this without doing what we're supposed to do, and the police come shut it down? It's a riot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
It's
my
just
name.
right. Yeah.
My name is on that. So
Yeah.
y'all can go home and live your lives.
Yeah.
I'm the one that got to deal with that.
Right,
And then
right.
Logan is the one,
Right
and
way.
Kenzie and Deacon, who's
Right.
the other brother who was there. We have to deal with that.
Exactly.
So a lot of people understood,
Right.
but so we did like the second time. It was like the second time we did it like in the same year. And it was it wasn't as many people, which was fine with me. But what it did spark people going up to the lake every weekend, which people don't want to give us our credit for.
Yeah, it really did. Because I
Yeah.
was like, come on, let's go to like, I'm like,
It
bro,
was happening nowhere.
Yeah, like now, like people be out there every weekend.
Yeah, because it used to be like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, my parents used to go to the lake and stuff.
And
It used to be-
realistically, you know, we had elders telling me like, this reminds me of Festival at the Lake.
Yeah.
I haven't felt this way
Yeah.
in 25
that's so
years.
beautiful, right?
And it made me feel good.
Right.
Because I was a kid when Festival at the Lake was around. And then so, God honest truth, I did not want to do Barbecue While Black this past year. I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. We proved
Right.
our point. But
Yeah.
people kept asking us, y'all doing it next year? Fine, we'll do it.
Right,
Like,
sure.
So literally, as opposed to a week, now we started 2 months in advance, which is,
Right.
if you're doing a big event like what we did, definitely start very early.
Yes.
Like we're
Start
starting
the
planning
planning.
Barbecue
Right.
like 2020 now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so it is happening.
So it is.
What was the hesitation
Yeah.
of what was the hesitation for you not to do
It
it?
was just so much like, because the first year I didn't really get to have fun. I was walking
Yeah.
around,
Yeah, you don't.
making sure like people was
Yeah.
having a good time, no
Clean up.
fights,
Yeah.
clean up.
Mhm.
I didn't really get to have a good time like I wanted to.
Mhm.
We did it for 2019. I had a little more fun. Like we had the jerseys, custom
Right.
jerseys
Well,
made.
because you're growing, right? You're
Exactly.
realizing what to do.
Exactly.
Event
Yeah.
planning.
And
Yeah,
realistically,
right.
the
Yeah.
people at the Parks and Recs, I gotta give them so much credit because they really worked with us
Right.
and they understood that we didn't know what the hell we were.
Right.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I know they got it. But we didn't know what we were doing.
Right.
And they really coached us through like all the way up to the top. Like coached us through everything. And they said, you know, you guys, whatever you guys need to know, we're gonna teach it to you.
Right.
We're gonna help you. Because they want to see Barbecue While Black thrive. They want to see it.
That's
They said
it.
we love it for our city.
Right.
We just got to do it right.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, while a lot of people don't still understand the financial part of that, it's like, yo, it's down to where like,
And
I think they
never
should.
will.
But you
No,
know, I
some
think-
people won't.
I think people should though. I think like you can, the best way you can. Some people won't,
Right.
right? But it's
Yeah.
just in general sense, so that more people could have a better understanding, so
Right.
that they would
yeah,
they would be more inclined to share the information and or help, help these
Absolutely.
causes because it's expensive.
it
Yeah.
varies. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to think it down to like, if I got a food vendor,
Right.
they have to
Bring
get
it
a
in.
permit.
Yeah.
As the person promoting the event, I have to get a help permit
Right.
to cover the event.
Right.
Plus, they got to get help permit to cover their business. And like, there's all this stuff.
Yeah.
And like at first, I didn't understand, but it's like, well, if somebody gets sick, I don't want them suing me.
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh, you got to get $1 million insurance policy. I said, I'll get a $2 million
Right.
insurance
Just
policy.
in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
And it's
I'd
like,
rather be covered.
I'd rather be
Yeah,
covered just in
then
case
sure.
because it might not necessarily be on me if somebody gets some bad food.
Right.
Right.
But they gonna look at me like, what was your event?
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
So-
you got some money somewhere.
Okay.
Exactly.
I want my money.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it was me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna need my coin.
Right.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about Barbecue While Black is that, so we did it 2019
Mhm.
and like I said, we proved our point.
Right.
So now it's about family reunion, like Tupac said in Poetry Justice, we black, we all family. So that was
Yes.
the thing we went with.
Yeah.
The family reunion, and
Mhm.
self-consciously we didn't know, hey, it's a family reunion. I had people calling me or messaging me on social media like, I haven't seen my family in 5 years because we were
Right.
bickering, and because of Barbecue While Black, now we're starting our healing
Wow.
process in our
Right.
family.
Yeah.
I had like a friend of mine called me and said, yo, I had some real funk, on-site funk with somebody, like,
Right.
and we see each other, it was on, and we see each other Barbecue While Black, and we put each other, and we squashed it.
Yeah.
Because
I
we
think it's
understand-
just that love, you know,
Yeah.
like, and we really have to get back to that because
Absolutely.
so many broken homes, like you just said, they haven't talked in years.
Mhm.
But just seeing that, because we can come together and like we lose so many people too dumb stuff.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, like I mean,
it's
life is short, man.
Yeah.
Also, too, just the busyness. Everybody's
See,
so busy.
your dad.
Yeah.
Just so busy.
Exactly.
And they say, oh, well, we're gonna be here.
You know,
and then you
And now we also
reconnect.
help re-energize the local economy, black economy. Look at
Yes.
now, we did have a set of vendors. There were people who just showed up.
Right. Oh yeah.
I mean, because black, us who like, oh, so
Yeah.
I got my t-shirts, I got a table.
I take my little sign.
Yeah, I got my little sign. I'm going to do my thing.
Right.
Which, I mean, I feel two ways about it. What is
Do it the right
no?
way.
One is like I feel it's not fair to the people who paid us.
Right.
Yes,
But then the other
that's
side is
true, like,
too.
yeah.
Get your money.
Right.
But just do it outside of the perimeters where you
Yeah.
can still be a part of barbecue.
Right.
But
But
it's
just-
respectful.
I
But
was
respecting, yeah, those
because
are
it's
the
like we
things.
got a business for set right here. You can't just smash on the spot.
Right.
Yeah.
You would have spent
Well,
$100
and that's also
Yeah.
creates issues.
Right.
Right, because I paid.
Exactly.
Like, I want you to get your money, but you need to pay too.
And that's what a lot of people
Yeah.
say. But some people I did talk to them was like, oh, my bad, bro, I didn't know.
Right.
I could go over here.
Yeah.
And like we had DJs that donated their time. We had,
Yeah.
man, somebody came out there was cutting hair. Like
Ah.
it was like the black. Like I really call Barbecue on Black the blackest event
Yeah.
ever.
Mhm.
In as far as in the Bay Area.
Right.
Because you had people out there cooking, people out there getting haircuts.
Right.
I got a haircut at Barbecue on Black.
Yeah.
Because I was so busy playing.
Right, right.
I was like, oh, the dude gonna be out there with the haircut. I can just
Right.
get one there.
Yeah.
Man, you had we had like 6 DJs. Shout out to Bay Life DJs.
Right.
We had like I said, we had DJs, we had haircuts, people was out there doing vegan food.
Right.
We had a
Right.
play area from Sky Play where by donation base where it's like small children can come and they can play and then you still have to watch your kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't just drop the kids.
Those
off,
are the
okay?
kids off, but it was an area basis, so now it's not like, oh mommy, I'm bored. Like
Yeah.
you can go play with the little balls and she had like a little small jumpy thing.
Right.
Jumper. So it was beautiful.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. So you're talking about the beautifulness of Barbecue While Black, and it is very beautiful.
Right.
I want to hear what that moment was where you almost was like, no, and how you endured that and just kept it moving, because I definitely want to thank you for bringing that to the culture, you know, and keeping it moving. So how did you work through that?
Well,
hard
me and
moment?
Logan, it was really like even like for this year that's coming up, like I went back and forth and I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
But I understand how important it is to our culture. Like it makes people feel good.
Yeah.
And really, sometimes it might be the only day in somebody's life that they
Yeah.
can have a good time. Because
Yeah.
their life might be so messed up.
Right.
But Barbecue While Black is the only day
Right.
that they get
That's so
Yeah.
to just be
Mhm.
chill. Anybody,
Right.
they might not even come to eat. They might just, I just
Right.
got my blanket. I want to read my book.
Yeah.
Like, and that's beautiful.
Right.
But to answer your question, it was just because it was a lot of work. And like, you know, you're doing it where you're not charging people. So it's
Right.
like, you know, it was at a time like I'm gonna just be transparent. Like the day of the Barbecue While Black, I had no money in my bank account.
Right.
But
They'll do that to you.
it'll do that
And that's-
to you.
yeah,
And mind you, we didn't take no money from
Right.
the money that we raised.
Right.
So, you know, that was a downside.
That's
People
real.
people were going on social media talking about we're getting rich off Barbecue While Black. We're taking the money from the people. It don't really cost that much to do an event.
Well, that's why I was saying that people should really, you should provide some, not just you, but just us in general, provide certain information so that people can really understand.
Well, when we did the GoFundMe, we
right.
put in detail.
Yeah.
Because people don't read.
Yeah.
You have to put it in a way
That's a
that
class.
people gonna,
You need a financial advising class and an event planning class.
Thank you.
You need to
Yeah, we actually are
Yeah.
developing something called Business While Black, which is
Okay.
basically doing business classes, and we're also going to be taking young entrepreneurs. So, like you know, how you go to a class, you get a certificate, and
Right.
so with the ending for the kids will be they get a free vending slot at Barbecue While Black.
Oh, that's cool.
And so we're gonna have like 10 kids. So we had this one vendor. This little girl's like, well, she's 7 now, but she was 6. She had this this really cool lemonade stand. It was called, I don't want to butcher the name, Boss's Lemonade or something like that. And I'm like, this is your business? And she said, yes, sir.
Aww.
And I was like, well, so why you got your parents working?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like they were.
No, so she's like, I'm the boss. I thought that was so
She
cool.
knows.
But like, I thought it was so beautiful. Like I was like, hey, I have to support. Like
Right.
they gave me like a lemonade for like, no,
Right.
I gotta come back and buy one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I love the fact that this young girl, she her parents said it was her idea to do it.
Right.
And they like it looked like a real lemonade stand.
Wow.
Like it was so great, and that really gave me the drive to say we need to do something more for the youth entrepreneurs and guide them. Just as like I said, my father guided me,
Right.
you know, in the beginnings of my entrepreneurial life, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Because your dad, he nurtured that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he definitely awoken it.
Yeah.
He definitely awoken just by showing me I can make my own money.
Right.
And my dad, he tried his hand at a few entrepreneurial things, and you know, I learned the good and the bad from it.
Right.
But it was really just more so too. You know, I woke up the next day and my body was in pain. I had a great time.
Right.
Yeah.
But then my anxiety, reality set back in. It's like, for me, it became like a fantasy world of like we're having all this good time. But like Monday. Now it's back in my real life.
Right. Okay.
And, you know, but I learned a lot of great lessons in it. You know, there was a time where it was like, oh, it's all us, you know, me.
Yeah.
And I had a really in-depth conversation with Mr. Fab, and he really helped me understand about the individualization of movements. And he said, look at like the Black Panther Party. Huey Newton wasn't saying, oh, it's just me doing this.
Right.
It was a mass of people, and he was like, yeah, enjoy the success that you had with it, and be proud of yourself. But you know, it's bigger than the individual person. And at first, like, I didn't understand that, and I had to think about it. And so when we did the whole thank you, and I said, you know, as much as I would like to take credit for this, we just planned it. Y'all really brought the culture.
Right.
So, you know, this year we're gonna do something really big. I came with the idea of bringing the HBCU experience to the
Okay. That's gonna be so
good.
I'm like, I'm pretty good. Hey.
And so, like, I'm telling people, like, bring whatever, whether it's fraternity, sorority, whatever college
you went to, whatever.
And represent. But also, what we're going to be doing is doing like a Black college fair.
Okay.
There,
That's important.
Because we want to share education, business.
Yes.
So, I mean, some people want to go to college, some people just want to go straight into business.
Yeah.
So we want to have, like, if we're going to do college recruitment, we want to do only Black colleges, having like a small health fair.
Right.
You know, just check for blood pressure and all the stuff they do on the truck.
Yeah, your vitals.
Your vitals and things like that. So we want to have the basic necessities, because some people don't even know they got high blood pressure. They just say like, oh, you know, just my leg hurt. And they don't even know that it's just from having too much salt.
Right. Exactly.
So you speaking of so many things in the community, so what made you want to transition from rap? And you still do graphic design, right? So still do graphic design, but transition from rap to basically really diving in with the community.
Because I realized that I wasn't going to be a rap star. I mean, I've always been community philanthropy oriented.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if I made more money, it would just give more back to the community anyway. So, you know, they say when you make money, you just reveal more of who you really are. And I'm really like big on like help. I love to see the smile on people's faces. That means more to me than money. Now I do love money.
Right.
I mean,
I do need my coin.
It helps you in life.
right.
But
For sure.
I mean, I still rap. It's just I have a few projects coming out, but it's just like I just want people to listen to the music.
Yeah.
So like I got the secular project coming out, Real Life Special, which is more so of a thing like. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can attest to it. When's the last time you heard a rap song or a song on the radio that made you feel good, like you wanted to be in love? Or
in the early 2000s, the summer when Nelly and them was out,
or like I remember.
or even like, you know, when's the last time you heard a song that made you want to make love? Like, as in, like, not just I'm gonna take you home and I'm gonna.
Well, no rap song for sure.
Or just R&B.
R&B's, yeah.
My goal is to make the most R&B rap album that I can ever make.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm a big R&B person.
Me too.
So
I love 90s R&B.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, you know, when's the last time a woman felt caressed through the music to want to make love, as opposed to like, yeah, girl, you gonna give me that? Like, you know, that sounds like rape.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
You know, but so that's what you know. I always say that I wanted to make music that couples can make love to, and single women can, you know, whatever, do their thing too. I want to keep it clean, it's right out. You know, but just if they got a fling or whatever, just make a woman feel good. They want to like Just I'm gonna put on something cute. And I'm gonna go out and
enjoy you, enjoy your body.
Exactly.
Love
What's
yourself.
going on? Yeah.
Love yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I try to give myself self-love. Being,
Right.
I want to get dressed up and go, I ain't really looking for nothing. I just want to go out, have a little drink, and I might be out for 30 minutes because I got work tomorrow.
Hello.
Exactly.
That's
But I want to
my
step
life.
out.
But I just want to step out and do something nice for myself.
Yeah.
You know, I got paid today. I'm gonna go get a few drinks. I'm gonna catch a lip on.
Right.
But it's one thing you can put in your headphones and you can feel, feel this vibe. Now don't get me wrong. Like I also got other songs where I'm not degrading women at all.
Right.
I'm not calling them B's
Like,
and
yeah.
H's and things.
Right.
But like I got a song coming out where we made Back That Thing Up.
Mhm.
And originally the video concept was like strippers and all this,
Right.
and then I thought about like I'm really in the community and a lot of people they really stress that to me, like you in the community, you heavy now, you teaching kids, or you working in these schools now. I mean your kids gonna watch what they want to watch.
Right,
So,
that's true.
but at the same time, I gotta set the example too. It's like I can still have fun,
Right.
but I mean having about 5 or 6 strippers in the video may not be the best look for somebody who is trying to encourage high school girls to love themselves.
That's true.
So, but I'm still gonna do the video in a way to where it's fun, a cultured way. Yeah, like we still but yeah. So I have another idea of what we're gonna do to make it a little cleaner, but still fun. But yeah, like I said, I still make music. I love to create. Like I'm actually after I leave here, I got 2 sessions. After I leave here,
Okay.
a writing session, writing for someone else, and a recording session.
So you still being creative that way in music.
Creativity is my therapy. Even though I go to traditional therapy.
And I wanted to talk about that too. You know, you going to therapy and then you say creativity is your therapy. Can you expound and tell us and how you bridge the gap between the two?
Yeah, so before I started going to traditional therapy, I didn't think nothing was wrong with me. Like most people. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't finna go tell these white people my problem. Then I thought about it, I said, well, if I do, then it started with, or if I do go, they have to be black.
Right.
Okay.
Or if I go, it has to be a black woman because I feel like nobody understands a black man like a black woman. And what I mean by that is that nobody can understand the black woman like a black woman.
Right.
But also, black women have this power that they understand the black man in a different way that we don't understand ourselves. So
He said that, and it's true.
So in my old job, United Roots is where I started with Silence Loss and all that. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. I haven't worked at this place in almost 10 years, and I just happened to go there one day, and I was like, yo, might be some low cost therapy. I said, oh, we do free therapy sessions here. And I was like, word? And then I met the lady just to kind of see it, and literally the first time I met her, I was like, yeah. This is a good fit. You know, it wasn't just like writing on a pen and pen. Like she really listened to what I had to say and really gave great insight. And I told her, like I said, I would have never hired another therapist but a black woman.
Right.
I said because because I feel like nobody understands us like us.
Right.
And also too, I mean, if you really gonna spend that money on a therapist, why not spend it with a black one?
Come on.
Right.
I mean,
and regardless if they're black, they can still be black, but they still have to be right fit.
Yeah, they do.
So.
They do.
Excuse me.
You're right. We're about to kill you.
I
want to give you one.
Now, I've had conversations with relatives and friends that say, my therapist is white, my therapist is Asian, and it's a good fit. And if it's a good fit for you, I'm not saying don't go. Like, you might go to 10 black therapists, but it's not a fit.
Right.
But if you meet this white person, Asian or whatever, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm just saying my personal opinion. You gotta be a black woman because the black woman is God.
Yeah, as long as you go.
But how do you bridge the gap?
Oh, the bridging the gap. I should just make music just to make it.
Right.
But once I started going to therapy, and I'm still new to it. I've been going 3 or 4 months or something like that. But I found that it can be therapeutic to write. You know, there are certain things that I've been through that I never wanted to write about, or I wrote about and never recorded. I just did it for myself. But now as an older person, I can come at it from a different perspective. Because maybe the first time I wrote it was from a point of hate. So now it's more of a point of understanding because I got this understanding from my therapist. And it's like, yo, I'm going to still be raw and vulnerable and to be fully transparent. before I went there, I hated being vulnerable.
Right.
As a black man, we're not taught to be vulnerable.
True.
So, you know, it's hard to like, especially like in public or with your significant other. Like, you know, I'm a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, which in all honesty, I still don't.
Right.
And I hate when people cry in front of me, and I know that's something that I need to work. But like, you know, there's been times where like I get a call from a relative, and there might be some serious stuff going on. Call me when you're done with that. And it's not to be, but it's not to.
I will not be calling you.
I'm gonna talk to you.
But it's
I'm gonna shed my tears.
But
and I'm gonna say,
now that I had went to there, it's not. It wasn't that I was trying to be mean. It was
right. It's something else. You were uncomfortable with it.
I would admit, like people crying in front of me makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah.
But it just, you know, not just that I've never cried before.
Right. There's gonna be something so little.
Right.
You know, it's not to say I've never cried or been emotional or nothing like that before. Because I mean, I'm a human being. Like,
Right,
I feel things, you know. But that's also why I don't go to funerals. Like the last one I went to probably was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I really want to remember the person as I knew them. I don't want to remember them in a casket.
Right. Like that.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, if it's something like your mother or something like that,
Yeah.
you kind of can't really avoid that.
Right. Yeah.
But like, if it's a friend or like someone like that, I try to avoid funerals as much as possible.
Yeah.
I really do. Just
I'm there with you.
Because it's just not something. It's just not something I like
Right.
to do. Like, but you know,
It's like you can pay your respects in a different way.
exactly.
Right.
So with the creative side of it, you know, like I said, you know, with this Inner City Blues project, that's really what I had been wanting to do, a body of work that was conscious and
Right.
you know, talking about some real issues and getting back to that space.
Right.
But I could never fully sit down and do it. I was in the Marvin Gaye one day and I was just like, I like the title Inner City Blues, and I'm like, man, people in the city going through heck of stuff.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call the album Inner City Blues, and I just started, like I said, the first one was Tiana, which is the song about the young lady who became a prostitute. I started working on this other song called Lil Homie, which talks about a young guy who I tried to like talk out of the streets. He thought he knew everything. Now he in jail for murder. And it's not a true story, but it's a true story in the sense of like young brothers who did
And
it.
I just write
It happens.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, I've had, well, actually, no, it could be a true story, but I've had students like, dude, you don't want to, the guys in bed. And like, oh, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
Now you in jail for murder. You fight a murder case, and now you finna be in jail for the next 40 years.
Right.
But I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was also young at one point, and I mean, although I was never into that kind of stuff, there were times people told me stuff, and I didn't listen,
Yeah.
and I felt the consequences of those actions.
Yeah.
Right.
Or those decisions. So,
Yeah.
you know, now that I'm 30,
I don't do 30 that way.
well, no, like,
30 is
getting older. No, getting older.
It is
You know,
a gift.
because there's people, you know, when I was growing up, they didn't live past 15.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's a reality.
Yeah.
You
Some
know,
people don't live past 30.
yeah. I mean, people are dying every day at a rapid rate, especially in our communities where
Right.
from
Yeah.
health-related issues and drugs, because these drugs are being laced with fentanyl and
All type of
and
stuff.
all kind of stuff. And so, like, I like being 30. Like, I like having that wisdom to, like, tell somebody who's 18, like, I was 18 at one point.
Right.
What you're doing, like, when you run around with these girls and stuff like that, I was there with you. I was there at that point. Maybe you want to, like, do it this way now, and, you know, of course, you know, people are young, they're going to make mistakes. And I allow young people to make mistakes. They're just supposed to.
Right. That's how you learn. That's how you grow.
And, you know, and I ain't got it all the way right yet, but, you know, I got some shared experience.
Right.
You know,
Work in
that,
progress.
but yeah, so I guess that's kind of how I feel, is just being able to put those real life experiences, finally being vulnerable enough to put those real life experiences into song or into creative songs. Like I said, I'm working with an artist, and I started working on this song called Reverse the Roles. And it's basically about a man and a woman in a relationship. Man ain't doing right, and the woman basically asks you, "What if everything you doing to me? What if I did to you?" As a man, you ain't gonna like it. If I went out and cheated on you, you're not gonna like that. But you think it's okay for you to do it to me. And as men, we
I
can't.
can't wait to hear this album.
But as men, we like, man, you ain't gonna do it. But if a man, like, I ain't gonna do it. whatever. Trust
He
me.
gonna
Yeah.
cry in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gonna cry in that bucket.
Okay.
That's all. So, to wrap up our Surviving Adulthood podcast, we always have to end on, a good highlight
Of course.
and leaving people with a message. So, what are 3 top things that, are 3 top characteristics that an entrepreneur needs and why?
Hustle,
Okay.
knowledge, and it's at the tip of my tongue. Discipline.
Ooh, hustle,
Knowledge and
and
discipline.
And hustle and discipline go hand in hand. To kind of sum it up, when Nipsey Hussle passed away, like a lot of people got onto him.
Right.
Because, and I mean, I was onto some of his music, but I never knew all this. I thought he only just had the marathon stuff.
Right.
And I found out all these things he had going on, and I started like kind of going back to interviews and things, and I was like, dude was when he said Tupac of my generation, like he was serious. I feel like Nipsey did what Tupac wanted to do.
Right.
When he was starting
Trying
to
to
do
want to
things
get
to do things Tupac wanted to do. I think Tupac had a target on his back his whole life. Obviously, with his parents being Panthers. But with Nipsey, it was one of the things like, he kind of did what Tupac wanted to do, but also, he was really trying to show like, no, like you can take this little one thing, and he started basically how I did, selling CDs on it. Like literally the place that he started selling CDs from,
Right.
he owned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's I get like that's when I kind of get like really emotional because I think about that brother was doing a lot, and for him to be taken out like that, in front of his own place of business,
Man.
That was cold.
it was like, but like Snoop said, for every neighborhood Jesus, there's a neighborhood Judas. So,
Right.
That's
it just sucks because like they just announced his album on platinum. It's like it's bittersweet because he's supposed to be here to enjoy it.
Right.
He
nominated for a Grammy. He was nominated for a Grammy before he died, and they nominated him again. But it's like I feel like they only gonna give it to him because he died.
Right.
Like, and it's like it's not real. Like he worked. Like the song that he's nominated for is a great song.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you really giving it to him because you feel like
What's
it's
the
a
real
great
reason?
song,
Yeah.
or because he died, and you just want to
Also,
like
too, when stuff like that happens, it just becomes convoluted because you just really won't know.
exactly, and like I seen something that this brother did, like he hired like somebody from the community who might have a drug issue or whatever, and he was doing things like sweeping up the parking lot, stuff like that. He pulled up on the dude, and the Maybach was like, "Man, come get in the car with me." Took this man, spent $1,000 bought him
I
a
seen
suit,
that.
took him, like, and it's like you're investing in your employees,
Right.
Yeah.
And because if you invest in them, they'll invest in you. He ain't gonna have no problem getting up tomorrow
No.
an hour early to
I'm
come
good.
to work.
I'm coming to work.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
I read stories about like they were doing some construction in the Crenshaw area. He would go, cause I think they had like a candy store within the Marathon store. He would give the workers snacks and all that stuff for free. And the guy didn't know he was Nipsey Hussle because he didn't listen to rap. And then when he read about it, he was like, "Yo, that's the guy that kind of like." And then he found who he was, and the woman, her husband just cried for days. So that dude was one of the nicest dudes in the world. Of course,
in that dash.
Yeah.
And like when you see the video, and I don't understand how people can sit and watch stuff like that. I never actually watched the video where it said the surveillance because I don't know if it's necessarily the actual footage.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see nobody like
Get
getting
down
shot,
like that.
but then you see like him laying on the ground. And like they trying to, and they didn't even know he was shot in the back of the head, so they lifted him up. Cause they was like, "Oh, we can save him. Let's get him." And they was like, "Oh, snap! He's shot in the back of the head." So it was one of the things where, like, you saw his funeral, his mother. I think she knew that her son was, and I think maybe he knew. Even if you listen to some of his music and like, you kind of feel like he knew.
Right.
But now it's starting to. We had Tupac who talked about what he wanted to do. Nipsey started to do it. Now it's up to us as a whole community to continue to continue this marathon.
To keep that hustle
To
and
keep
that
that hustle.
dedication
And really-
and that knowledge.
And it really just made me want to like hustle even harder, like
Right.
to like because everything that he was doing like is stuff that I want to do in the community. And you see Mr. Fab with the Dope Air store and all stuff that Dope Air does for the community as well. It's one of them. It's one of those things where it's like you have to do something positive. Like even if you're doing something negative, like do something positive. Like do something positive. And I mean, depending on what the negative act is, like some things you just can't come back from
Right.
with the positive activity, but you got guys
You
like
do something to counteract.
yeah, but you got guys like Lil D, who was the biggest drug dealer in Oakland at one time, went to prison, got out, and doing amazing positive things for the community. Like, some people go to prison and come out and don't do nothing.
Receive
Right.
redemption. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and he, he's talking to these young people like, dude, I was out here doing all this stuff, and somebody told on me, and I went to prison because I wasn't gonna talk. So
Right.
you know, so and I wouldn't held mine down to me, but now I'm out here trying to save y'all from having to go down that road.
Right.
And I mean,
It's all about the dash.
Yeah.
What you doing
So what are
right
you doing in
now?
your dash? We hustling.
We hustling.
We get that knowledge.
We get that knowledge.
We get that
And we have that
discipline.
And you have to, you know what really, I know I'll keep going, but like, really, because it's to go back to something we talked about, what really gave me the stability and the willpower to like really keep doing it, being told no when I was selling those CDs. You have to say, no, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Right.
Some other fancy language, you know.
Right.
And, you know, you have to be. And we used to respond sometimes in the beginning like, well, F you did.
Yeah.
But then we had to come together and be like, well,
That's not gonna work.
what if somebody else heard us saying that and they might have was finna come buy the CD?
Right.
So we used to be like, all right.
Even
all right,
to be young to have that thought
That-
process, have the intelligence,
intelligence,
say,
yeah.
you know what, that's not cool because if
That's
somebody wants to
Because you
and we
never,
turned them off.
you never
Yeah.
know who's around.
Around.
You don't know. Here, you never. I didn't have you walk to me and I'm like, oh yeah, I was standing
That's
across
the
the
whole
street.
message in itself.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
message.
So thank y'all for joining. For
Yes.
podcast.
Thank you for
We
being
definitely
here.
have a lot of
Absolutely.
knowledge in this video.
Yes.
We will include